Welcome to JSON tutorial for beginner. In this tutorial, we are going to see why we need to use JSON and how we can use JSON with an example. So JSON means JavaScript Object Notation. JSON is basically data representation format. It means it is a way to show data. And we use JSON because JSON is very small in size and also it is easy to read and write. JSON is normally used for API. Every programming language can create API, and in order to send data to the API we need to learn about JSON, and JSON is the most easiest way to send data to the API. Also, I would like to mention that JSON is also a valid JavaScript as well. Now let's talk about how we can create JSON file. For it, let me just open my Visual Studio Code. So here you can see we have two files here, index.html, and here you can see user.json. So if you want to declare or if you want to create a JSON file, then you can give the name anything you want, but the extension always will be .json. You can say here company.json or people.json, student.json, but the extension always will be .json, but the name can be different. So in JSON we have key and values. So how we can write those? So in this JSON file, we need to give two second bracket, and in order to declare a key or in order to have a key, we need to give this double quotation, and inside it we need to give a name. You can say here student name or anything. Let's say here student underscore name, and this is a key. For this key, we need to have a value. So in order to have the value, we need to give this clone, then double quotation, and here we need to give the value. Let's say value will be yamin. So this is the value and this is called key. So this is a string value. So let's say you want to have a number or integer as a value. For it you need to give a comma, and here let's say the student age will be, let's say 20, and since this is a integer, we do not need to give any double quotation here. Now you can also have array or null data, boolean data as well. For it, let's say the student has some hobbies. Let's say here hobbies, we need to give to third bracket. Let's say hobbies will be exercise, then it can also be gaming. After that, again, if you want to enter one more data, then you need to give a comma here. And let's say we want to have a boolean data, it means true or false. Let's say here can program, it will be true. Now we are going to have one more data called object. Let's say this student has a friend. So we are going to say here friend, and the friend has name, right? So we are going to give to third bracket, then to second bracket, and here we are going to mention name, his friend name. Let's say the name will be Adam. The friend also has a age, obviously, and let's say age will be 21. So if you want, you can also add hobbies, can program. So this is the format of writing JSON. So right now, let's go and write this inside our index.html. So let me just go to our index.html and let's say here HTML, and in the body, let's just say single line JSON tutorial. After that, I also mentioned that JSON is valid JavaScript. It means inside JavaScript we can write JSON. Here, if we say here script, and inside the script we can write JSON. So let me just only copy this, Ctrl C, and let's go to our index.html. Here we are going to declare a variable. Let's say let student equal to, we need to give to third bracket like this. Then we need to give to second bracket, and I just copied this 4 line. So I'm just going to paste it inside this to second bracket. There you go. So here you can see that this is the last data. So for the last data, we cannot give any comma. So if we just save this and if we open it in the browser, there you can see it is only showing us JSON. So in order to see the JSON file or JSON data, what we need to do is that we just need to right click here on the browser, then click on inspect. Then we need to go to this console option. Where you can see console, click on it, and there you can see it is showing us nothing. So in order to show that JSON data here, at the end of the script, we need to say here console.log, then to first bracket, and we need to mention this variable. Let me just copy and paste it here. Let's save. Let's go to our browser, and there you can see it is showing us some third bracket and a play button. So if you click on it, it will show us the student data. There you can see it is showing us age, can program, hobbies, which will look like added. There you can see. And you can also read the name as well. So anyone can understand the data over here really easily. So let's say you have multiple data. So let me just copy this. And you want to have one more data. So we need to give a comma here. Then paste it here. And we need to change the name here. Let's say name will be Adam. Age will be 22. Hobbies will be traveling. And gaming, can program, let's say it will be false. Let's set this. Let's go back to the browser, and there you can see right now it is showing us 2. So if you now click on this play button, it is showing us 0 and on. 0 for Yamin and on for Adam. And it is showing us all the data here properly. There you can see for Adam, can program, false. Now this is not the proper way to show data in JSON. So right now what we need to do is that here before this we need to give this sign here, this sign, and this sign will end over here. Then inside this console.log we are going to say here JSON.parse, then we'll give to first bracket, and here we are going to say student. Then right now we'll be able to show a specific data over here. For example, let's say we only want to see the first student data. So here we can just give to third bracket, then we can say here 0. And if we now save it, then go back to our browser, it will show us only the first student data. If we say here 1, save, go to our browser, it will show us the second student data. And let's say you only want to see the name for the student. So you just need to give a dot. You just need to say student underscore name, which is this one. So if you now save this, then go back to the browser, there you can see it is only showing us the name. So this is how you can show data in JSON. I hope right now you are clear how you can write some key and values in JSON and show data in the console log. I hope this was useful. If you have any question or suggestion, just let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the future tutorials.